What's up, everybody? It's been a long time, hasn't it? I finally got something to film for you for once in a while. Anyways, so this weekend we are trenching. Yes, you heard it. Yay! I have rented a trencher. We are going to dig the trenches that we need for electric, water, a French drain up there at the shop, and then also going to install a water pump, so I need to dig the electrical cable box and stuff for that. So this weekend it's going down. We're gonna dig some trenches, yeah. Let me show you what I got rented. Ooh wee, look at that bad mamma jamma with a giant A blade on the back. So I went with the ride-on because I'm pretty sure I'm doing this by myself tomorrow. Not that that's a problem, but I figured makes it a little easier. But also I need 4 feet. The electric company has a little sheet they give out, and for underground needs to be 4 foot deep. So this one gets right at, or maybe just a little past 4 foot down. So be right, right what we need. So I think I've got everything ready. We'll see. I'm gonna start in the morning. We'll get trenching. So I'm gonna get this thing unloaded. Next thing you'll see is we'll get started. All right, guys. See you in a second. Well, guys, we've gotten started on all of the trenching. Oh, don't look at that just yet. Don't look at that. So it's going great. As you can see, got a nice long trench all the way up there towards the house. I'm working out here, getting it towards the shop. But I've hit a standstill. Let me show you. Damn. I was backing up to just kind of re-go through this area right here, and it just kind of slid off into the hole. So now it is stuck. I have to go ask the wife if she can come out here and maybe hop on the ditch witch and try and drive it forward while I drive the tractor forward. Hopefully that's enough to get it out. Things can't just go smoothly. You gotta have problems, or it didn't really happen, right? Stupid. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna see if we can get this sucker out. We'll be back with you in just a minute. She's out. I should have filmed it for you because you're probably not gonna believe me how I tell you it came out. All right, so we got it out. And it was this way. And we pulled it out this way, yanked it. I called Steve Barnes, the guy that did all the dirt work for the shop. Said, hey man, I'm in a pickle, I'm stuck. My tractor doesn't have enough, butt to it to really get it out. He had been doing some work, was going to fuel it up, saw my message, stopped by. That dude just backed his trailer up to it and yanked this sucker right out, hauling a tractor and everything. How freaking about it? Wow. So now we gotta fix this tire. It came off the dang rim. So we're gonna get it jacked up, get this aired up or whatever. Dad's here now, so hopefully this process will go a little smoother now. But we're gonna continue on trucking. We have got the trench dug from the shop to our connection point. So I'll show you where we're gonna put electrical, kind of what we're thinking. So when I originally had everything up, my initial thought was electric here. My problem was that's gonna be like the first thing you see. It's right in front of the door, right here, right when you walk in. So I've X'd that idea. We moved it back here to this back corner. So we're gonna put it just kind of as far back as we can get it on this corner. So you've got the trench here. Our box will go somewhere right here, and then we'll feed it inside. But yeah, three foot trench dug all the way down. It's gonna have some cleanup. I'll have to come back through best I can and maybe try and clean some of this out. But here's our little cross. So that's from the old transformer. New transformer will sit here, and then from here to the shop. It's not too bad. And then we will feed a electric panel, the circuit breaker box inside here, which, if you remember, this is where that X bracing is, so that's kind of why we had to place it where we placed it too. So we're gonna be trying to aim for this kind of corner right here is where we're looking to be. So the fuse box will sit, just right here. Now we gotta dig from where I started to the old transformer, and then we gotta start our water. And then that'll be the two big long runs. Everything else is kind of short. So short and easy because it's up on level, flat ground, no roots, no nothing, no stumps. So we got all the trenches dug. I'm going back through and cleaning them out. There's a couple spots on the electric one that dirt has fallen into. So I'm not sure how particular First Electric will be as far as like, oh, it's gotta be 36 inches. If it ain't 36 inches, we ain't doing it or whatever. So I figured it shouldn't take me too long to go through. All this dirt's super loose. So let me show you kind of what I'm doing. I'm not gonna film any of it just because it's just boring, monotonous work, but let me show you kind of what I'm doing here. So best thing that works is my little post hole digger. So I just shove that thing down into the hole, scoop dirt out. So let me show you, places like this where dirt has fallen in, that's not 3 feet anymore. So it takes, 3 or 4 scoopfuls, and I'm down at the bottom from where the trencher was. But like over here, just past all this, all that is like maybe a scoop worth to get out. So some spots it takes me a little longer to kind of get it out, and some spots it's just 1 or 2 scoops and we're back to 36 inches. So I only have to worry about that with electric too. Water, we're doing ourselves, somebody's inspecting it, so it don't matter. We don't have to worry about somebody denying work. So I'm gonna get all this dug. If anything new happens, I'll show it to you guys. But yeah, pray for my hands. I'm already starting to blister. Right there. Wearing gloves and everything, and still trying to blister. Yay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you a 36-inch freaking trough, trench, wherever you want to call it. I have gone up and down this trench. Sorry about the wind. And I have used my post hole digger to get everything out, make it a nice 36 minimum inch. And I have just finished today doing this to connect my 2 trenches by hand. First 2 feet, not terrible. The last foot to make it 3 foot, that was the hard part. Oh yeah, and guess what? If you're seeing this video, I have internet again. I found my internet line. Damn it. Bringing not even a foot into the ground. I was expecting it to be a little bit in the ground. So I've had to call, get internet, come out here, fix the line. Down there you can see there's power, so I dug underneath that so that they can run their new line underneath that. I'm really hoping that they're not going to say anything about, you know, this having to come and curve and then curve again. You know, I don't know. That's kind of what I just thought would be the best. I hope I didn't just dig all this for nothing and have to do it again. But anyways, it's dug, my friends. We're going to call the electric guys. We're going to see what they say. Hopefully they give it the okay and I'll buy all the stuff and man, we'll get electric out here. First electric came out and they inspected my trench and they gave me the okay, all except for the parts that I did by hand, which I was a little bit nervous about because I thought they might do that. So let me show you what I had to do. All right, so now we come off of this trench, which is going towards the shop, you know, and we make a much straighter shot at that transformer. So I was coming right here, coming off, and then like across, and then up. And they said that that was too harsh of a 90. Even though I could fit a 36-inch radius 90 in there, they said that that was still too tight. They'd never get the cable pulled between those two 90s. But this is it. This is the new hole. You see electric, fiber. Did not break it this time. So that's what I spent all day yesterday doing. But he said, get that fixed. He'll go ahead and release the work order. So he told me to wait to buy any piping on my end because he may order a little extra. You know, if I was to bury it for him, he may order me a little extra. That way, you know, maybe I don't have to buy any or supply as much. But hopefully get that this week, get that in the ground, and then they can come out and do the pull and the transformer and connection and all that stuff. So finally went and got all the piping that was needed that First Electric's gonna supply. Then I could go get what I needed to get to the electrical box. Bought the electrical box, did a couple things. So went to start putting the pipe in on Saturday and got it all out, laid out, started laying the stuff out. And it rained Thursday and Friday this week. Guess what freaking happened? My dang trench collapsed. Some of it, not all of it, some of it. Enough of it to just really irritate the crap out of me, you know? So that's why I didn't film any of this putting the pipe in, because I was so mad Saturday. You know, I just wanted to work, get it done. Anyways, we got it dug back out. We got the pipe in place. And then, you know, I realized that I didn't run a pull string or an A string just so they can pull their pull string. So that's what I'm working on now. But before I show you that, I wanted to show you some other progress we got. So I have got this guy mounted. So this is where the electrical box is going to go. And took some real thinking, real searching to figure out how to get this mounted. I did, because I don't have a beam or anything back behind here. So I used this unistrut. Took the unistrut and I mounted it. Had to use these crossbars so that it would space it off the wall enough, because just the unistrut wasn't tall enough to get out past the ribs. So that got me out past the ribs to do it this way. So I'll show you what I did inside to give me an attachment point. But anyways, so you got the trench. So it's gonna come right up. Yeah. So we're gonna come right up this mark here into the box. And then we'll attach the box there and then feed inside. The breaker side is gonna be here somewhere. So we'll cut a hole and go inside there. And then I haven't gotten this pipe in because I need to have that on the wall to know how all this is gonna lay out. But anyways, I got all the pipe and I've got it all laid out to where we're gonna be. We got this pipe in the trench and I'm currently working on getting this drawstring pulled in. So we have the pipe all down there. So I'm gonna show you more of that here in just a second. Anyways, I want to show you this. So this is what I did in here. Went and got, these are 2x6, right? 2x10? No, 2x6 by 10. 2x6 by 10. And they're about 24 inches. So like it's like attached here and then somewhere 16 inches or so over here. Anyway, so this, you know, this is what the box is going to attach to on the inside. So that should be nice and secure and sturdy and hold it in place. And, you know, I'm just not realizing. Balls. Man. All my cabling is going to come in right here where this dang beam is at. Boy, I didn't think that through. I'm an idiot. Anyways, whatever. Different problem for a different day. So, that's where we're at. Well, let me go show you this real quick. There's Aston boy. Hello, Aston boy. He's a handsome boy. He said, what are you doing? I was coming to check it out. Come check who's up here. All right. I came up with the idea to use a wrench. A box end wrench with a magnet on it. And then I'm using a magnet on the outside. So right here's where I'm at. So I gotta go attach my new string because I didn't have enough. But it essentially just attached the string to the box wrench and I've been, you know, sliding it on down. And we're somewhere about halfway. You know, I still gotta go way up there to get it done. But yeah, you know, it just sits here and slides. And slide it on down the pipe. I thought it was a smart idea. I started with a Hot Wheel. You know, I started with one of my son's Hot Wheels thinking, you know, oh, the wheels, and it would just roll, but it just got stuck, and then it wasn't actual metal, so I couldn't use the magnet, so that's why we switched to the wrench. I want to get this done, pipe back in the hole. That way, if anything collapses, I don't care. You know, it's in the hole. It's where it needs to be. So, because I'm right here at the end. So here's how it's working. Magnet, got the wrench. Slide on down. Uh-oh, I lost it. Sorry. Okay, you guys gotta be careful with that because you will lose it. And then, oh, it's right here. Well, it's all clogged up. That's probably why. Oops. Oh, crap. Okay, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it. So, ready? Beep. There she is. Blam. So, yeah. Here's my little tiny magnets that I had. Man, that worked. I'm glad it worked. I didn't have any other way to do it. So yeah, now we have a pull string for them. So I'll tie that off right there.
tie the other end off so it don't fall in, and then they can take it and pull their pull string, their actual pull string. It's going to be a lot stronger than this to pull their cable. So yeah, cool. All right, I'll be back with you guys next time. It'll be daylight and we'll hang that box.
You know, I got to thinking the other day, I can't believe we've been doing this for a year now. We took delivery of this thing just over a year ago. We didn't actually start putting it up until late December, so we're on, we still got a month before we hit a year of building it. So started to knock out that one, and I'm a freaking idiot. That's where my mounting bracket's at. So I'd have to, I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna knock that one back flat. Luckily I didn't. I saw it before I knocked it all the way out. So we're about to cut the hole for this one and get our hole cut through. We'll hopefully use this as my guide to make sure I get a nice straight cut into the building since we're right here on a rib. We're gonna see how good I can do, but I got my cutter, but hopefully gonna get all that done today. I'm sorry this video doesn't really have any time lapse. It's just a bunch of jumping around. All right, we've done this, we've done that. So sorry about that. We'll do better next time. So anyways, I'll get this hole cut and I'll be right back with you guys. All right. Holy cow, that worked out way better than I anticipated. Nice, perfect hole right through the thing, right through the shop. And turns out, I wasn't thinking about this. This is going to be right where the wood is too, so it gives it a nice mounting point on the inside as well. So we're going to come out right here. And then the other one, I guess it's probably a good thing the other one is not gonna work because it would be like right here. I mean, it would be nice just because of its, having the two holes. But man, that worked out perfect. I can't believe how, I'm so surprised. I expected that to be way harder than it really was, so yay. All right, so let's get our adapter pieces put through. Now I'm not sure that I bought a long enough one. I wasn't thinking about having to go through the wood. So let's see what we got here. So this is what I ended up buying. This little stubby to go through there. They got them. This is a 3-inch long, 2-inch round. And they got three. Hey, I think they even had like a little 2-incher or 3-incher. 6-incher, 8-incher. Let's see how this works out. Oh yeah. See, that's gonna be perfect. And I guess I don't know. I guess really, I definitely want one that's longer. Shoot! I really thought that'd be it, because if it wasn't going through the wood, it definitely would be it. But since it's got to go through that wood, 2 inches, that eats up 2 inches of my 3-inch. Oh well, at least we got our hole cut. So that's gonna sit like that. Sweet. All right, let me figure something out real quick, and I'll be right back with you guys. This is what I had originally bought. And I went and got the other one because the gap between the building and the box is not big enough to fit this. Let me show you. Okay, so because I'm on this ridge that makes it stick out 1.5 inches or however big this ridge is closer to the box than I want it to, than I would like it to. So if I was here on the flat, you can see you know, because it'd get sucked up to the box like that, and we would have a nice play. But because I'm here, it makes it sit up on it. So to avoid having to go get more material, I think what I'm going to try to do is cut this end. We're going to try and cut it basically in half. I'm going to try and cut half of this off, which should hopefully give me enough clearance. And then I'll just use 2-inch PVC pipe to feed into the, to feed into that hole into the building, to fill in the gap between of the wood and stuff. That way I can seal it off. I can seal off the pipe on the inside, keep it rain tight and stuff, and then I've got a nice sealed off connection here. I don't have to go and make any more trips to the freaking Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever. We're just gonna try and use what we got today. So I'm gonna try and cut this in half and see what we can do to make this work. All right, be right back. All right, so I got this cut about half or so. This is cut short enough now that I can slide this behind the box, and I've got some wiggle room so that the pipe will fit. So let me show you real quick. We'll set the foam down so it'll sit like that. You can see my finger back there, but you can see there's just that little bit of a gap now. So now the pipe will come through that hole, seal off that hole, and we'll be good to go. We'll be good to roll, boys. Oh, all right, so that means now I can put final placement of this box, bolt it down, be done with it, and then I can finish my trench. I can attach to my grounding rod. 8-foot freaking grounding rod, guys. Luckily, it's been raining, and I already had 3-foot trench dug. So, made it a lot easier. Anyways, let's get this done. So I was struggling to get this pipe to fit from the back side, probably because it was cut, also maybe because the box is not exactly square with the hole anymore since I haven't screwed it. But I got to thinking I can't seal this from the inside like you're supposed to anyways. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull the box back off the wall. We're going to attach this to that adapter. We're going to stick this through the wall and silicone it. Go ahead and silicone the outside of it to prevent any water from coming inside. And then we'll slap the box back up there, screw it down, and then should be good to go from there. done. We're done. We've got it all in the hole, on the wall. All the good stuff is done. We're in the hole. I missed my mark by just a little bit. I think if you can tell, it's a little annoying. You know, come up, then we go to the left. Oh, but I don't know. I want to fix it, and I don't want to fix it. Oh, is it really that bad? I don't know. This piece of pipe is in the ground. All the way back here where these two meet. This is where the transformer's gonna sit. And it's gonna sit up like that. So, yeah. I think when I glued that other elbow on, I think I got it a little crooked. So that's why it wants to fold that way. I don't think that'll be a big deal though. I can work with that. So now I just need to put some tape on it, keep the rain out, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And then I'm gonna hop on the tractor. We're gonna start, I gotta put some layer of dirt and then put what they call trench tape down, which is just a caution tape basically, saying that there's something underneath this and not to dig anymore. So, all right guys, we're there. I was trying to finish this video off with showing you the transformer and all that stuff installed, but they are taking too long. It's been almost 2 weeks and no traction, nobody showed up, nothing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video off here. I'll show you that I did finish and fix this. Now it's nice and straight with the building, so that'll look a lot better. What's kind of bent is gonna be down underground, so much better. As far as like what you can see here is, so like that's the trench tape there. You know, I had to put some dirt in, lay that tape down, and I did that all the way down, you know, down to there, all the way down to the other transformer. So, but yeah, now we're just waiting on them to show up and finally put in the meter and the box and transformer and all that stuff. But I'm gonna end that video off here, guys. Sorry that it's a lot of kind of like sporadic jumping around or whatever, but yeah, we'll get this part of it wrapped up. Now we're gonna start on some water. I've found my water inlet into the house, so now I just gotta figure out what size it is and tap into it, and then yeah, we'll continue on with the project. So hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned. See you later.